Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here, back with another end of the month wrap-up video, and this will cover all the dramas I've completed in December. So following November, this has been also a very jam-packed month, but I finally got to Lighter and Princess, completed Unexpected Falling, New Life Begins, etc. Let's start with the C dramas and then we'll talk about the K dramas. First off is Lighter and Princess. This one I didn't talk about yet. And that's because November I was so busy, and by the time I started, everyone was basically done. So I was like, why not just wait until I complete it and give you guys my full thoughts on it. So the first half, I would say, was a little bit slow, but I was interested and intrigued. Honestly, anything about coding, I'm like clueless, but they managed to keep me invested because we like these characters so much. The main leads are played by Zhang Jingyi and Chen Feiyu. Arthur Chen is so great in the acting department. He really has very expressive eyes. He also looks the part. I didn't read the novel adaptation, but I did watch the anime version and I enjoyed it. For the most part, I think the female lead, if you look at her compared to the source material, I think she's supposed to look like her best friend in college, which is the girl with the nerdy glasses. But maybe it didn't suit her during like costume trying on things on the camera and she decided not to do that. But it would have been cute and would have made sense more just because there would be a bigger difference in appearance for the time skip. If you haven't seen this already, and based off of synopsis and stuff, you might think that it's more melodramatic than it really is. And that first episode kind of fools you and tries to make you feel that way. First episode was so good. It's probably one of the most impressive first episodes. Basically, you have the two main leads in the present storyline where they meet each other again. And it's quite dramatic. Then the rest of the episodes mostly takes place in the flashback era when they first met, and they give you all of those cute details. I thought the female lead was okay. She is good, but if she's standing next to him, she's still lacking, especially the more emotional scenes. I find that this is a complaint I have with a lot of female leads in Chinese drama lands, and that's probably because they are usually stuck in that bubbly persona and just doesn't have too much experience there. But without a doubt, she will probably be getting bigger roles after this drama since it was so successful. I would say that the directors didn't want to push the Millie to be so aggressive or mean here. He's not even as cold at all. He's quite reasonable if you think about it. He's much more mean even in the anime adaptation, and he humiliates her way more often. Side characters are pretty decent too. I wouldn't say I'm 100% invested in them or I care about their storyline too much, but overall, at least I'm not skipping every single scene with side characters and not the main leads. The OST is so catchy, especially that ending song. Episode 18 had me just all over this couple. There's just so much tenderness and sweet moments in the later episodes. It's so worth the watch. The build-up I wouldn't say is terribly like snail paced or anything, but it's at like a natural, there's like some push-pull bickering throughout the first few episodes, and they don't get together until like a bit over halfway. What I think makes this couple so distinct is that they're just so undyingly loyal to each other. They really support each other's dreams and you see them understand each other in a different level. There's a scene where she asks him, like, is it okay if I go abroad or to study, do my own thing? And he's like, yeah, I already told you, I'll be waiting for you no matter what happens. They really do sell it in the chemistry department. I feel like when they're together later on in the relationship, you can see how much love they have for each other, and they're just in their own bubble no matter what the context is. It's the little things like cuddling, smiling, looking at each other so lovingly that just makes this couple so adorable, and you can't help but root for them. I really enjoyed this, especially the amount of hugs and gentle touches. There's like these moments where she just gives him warmth and support by a gentle like squeeze of the shoulder, holding his hand when he needs her the most. This is definitely one of my favorite couples of the year. I ended up giving this one a 9 out of 10 just because we could have shortened it a little bit. But overall, if I had to describe what this drama made me feel, this was a very cozy and sweet drama. Next on the list is Unexpected Falling, the final review. I had not too much to say. I thought that later on there could have been easily just 10 episodes shorter. This is a drama about a woman who loses her husband, and apparently everybody is after her because they believe she knows something or has something that her husband left to her. And in comes a male lead who is a mysterious lawyer. He's very good to her, and he's even an old friend from her school days. And I enjoyed the little psychology stuff at the beginning. It's very psychological with the way they kind of play you. You're like, who is he? What are his intentions? What is everybody's intentions? But it was just so slow. I feel like nothing happened. And literally you could probably condense this to 24 episodes max. Either way, I enjoy the chemistry so much. They were in like a different drama together before, The Confidence, I think, or like The Controllers. So yeah, the chemistry is sizzling and it works. It was addictive, but when the secrets were revealed, I was kind of underwhelmed. In the end, I gave Unexpected Falling a 7, maybe a 7.5. I enjoyed the leads here and the story, even though it was quite slow. And I think they're so good. I would want to see them in one more drama. Moving on to my final review on New Life Begins. What I liked about this drama is that even though it started off strong in the romance department, it soon became a female-centric drama that cares about the various lives of these women in these ancient times. There's so many various situations, there's abuse going on, and each couple has their own problems. Honestly, I was so nervous that, the female lead is going to be betrayed by everyone and stuff like that, but it was not like the scheming harem type of dramas at all. So that's why I really liked it. It was refreshing, but once again, I feel like after a certain amount of episodes, it started feeling draggy, and 40 episodes was a bit much, so I definitely did skim around the last few episodes. In my opinion, the female lead really shines compared to everyone else. They were great, but the male lead character even took a backseat. I like Bai Jingting so much. I think he's very versatile. But it's nice to see Tian Shiwei make a name for herself after just one drama. It's very hard to do the cute but not borderline annoying or awkward or cringe. And maybe it's because of her features. She just has like the most adorable smile ever. It really works. Overall, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Let's switch it up and talk about K-dramas I finished. The first one is Reborn Rich. This one was great until episode 14. After a certain character passes away, I was no longer interested in this drama. And everyone on the internet was literally so angry at episode 16. The ending was so rushed and unsatisfying. I was like, what was the point of this? There was also this whole romance setup that went nowhere at all. Like I talked about it before. I was like, are they wishy-washy because even the writers don't know what to do with this romance? Like it's so snail-paced and then it just abruptly ends. Like I'm so confused. And from start to finish, they had 16 episodes to really write this romance, but they failed to capture my attention. And I just always question, what's the point of having this female lead character? I just feel like the ending was not it. There were just so many moments where I felt that a lot of the character development would have gone to waste. Everything he worked for, his aspirations, his dream, his promise to his grandfather, it felt so chaotic and messy, honestly. I hate it when they do this to us because it reminds you of Big Mouth. I feel like there's just Is it like a new trend, or is it just a constant struggle for Korean writers these days to wrap up a very good story? It's such a waste of potential, honestly, and I don't know what else to say. Overall, I'd give this maybe 6.5 or 7 out of 10. If you've watched my first impressions video, you know I absolutely was living for the grandfather-grandson moments. Like, every time these characters were on screen, so good. Especially Lee Sung-min, who plays that grandfather character. Very charismatic man. I would love to see him in roles where he can shine and not just be a background character. I hope he gets all of the awards for best supporting leads. And now I'll talk about Weak Hero Class. Weak Hero Class is a drama that was quite unexpected. I feel like it came out of the blue and it started blowing up on my drama list, on Twitter, everywhere. Like, people were loving this drama. They're like, this kid is incredible, the male lead. And basically it is a bullying story, but it's done in a way that really emphasizes the emotions of these characters. If you've watched The King of Pigs, this is like almost a high school version of it. It is on Netflix, so check it out. If you like this, King of Pigs is my favorite of all time. Spoilers if you haven't seen my top 10 K-drama list, but they are very similar. Here we follow a trio. Well, the main character is a guy who's just great at his grades, but he has no life, no real friends. He's an introvert. He keeps to himself, and he just, does the most for his parents. Then he befriends Suho, and completely opposite character. He's somebody that stands up for everyone, and he's so extroverted. These two form a very strong bond, and then some bullying occurs. A lot of things happen, and they get dragged into this turmoil, this violence, and just so much happens. In a span of 8 episodes, the main actor was absolutely amazing, phenomenal, magnificent. I don't even know. Words can't describe what the breakdown scene did to me. He was so good, and I was so shocked at how good he is at acting. Like, the gaze is just chilling. Throughout the whole drama, he had me on edge. I was like, I don't know what this guy's gonna do, He has the psycho in him because, it's the quiet kids that, represses your feelings that is gonna snap one day. So it's kind of fun to see this. Like, I don't know if this is gonna end up as a villain origin story or if he's gonna really become the weak hero. But either way, I'm invested and I cannot wait for season 2. I know there's a webtoon going on. I don't really read webtoons, but if it takes another 2 or 3 years to make the second season, then I'll jump on that. Last but not least is Alice in Borderland season 1. I didn't get to season 2 just yet. I just finished it and I was like, you know what? I'll save season 2 for a little bit. Right now, there's just so many new dramas dropping that I cannot even keep up. So Alice in Borderland season 1 follows a trio of friends that is just hanging out in Tokyo. Then one day, blip, everything just disappears, and they follow this light that leads them to a game stadium where they have to compete with other people for a deck of cards, and each one represents certain amount of points / like a visa for them to stay in this world, and you have to keep on playing to be able to survive. Going into it, I already know it's going to be a good one just because Kento is in it. He's like one of my favorite Japanese actors ever, and he's just picks very high quality stuff. So yeah, I was not worried about the acting, and this is a type of death game that Japanese people excel at. You quickly fall for this trio because you kind of see a little bit of their backstory. You see how people just kind of treat them horribly because they're introverts or they're a little bit different. There were quite a lot of games in this season that I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed the first half more than the second half, even though it has my favorite character, which ended up being Chishiya. Ep 3 of season 1 is when things really got real. The heartbreak, the emotions, and of course, In these types of games, there will be bound to be sacrifices and also betrayals. The female lead, played by Tao, is really good too. She doesn't really have too much character development in this season yet, but you can tell she's a loyal one and she is staying. There might be some romance brewing, not too sure, but she's very cool too. And I like the whole idea of her being like a very strong climber and athletically gifted, because we need some of that on our team. I really like Chishiya. He is basically this cold, manipulative, kind of laid back person. He kind of lets everyone does the work and he stands back and observes you. I got really into him, so I started searching up some videos and analysis on them, and wow, people go deep. Okay, there's a whole I feel like there's a whole section on YouTube dedicated to the philosophy or his ideology of life, and it's quite interesting. He's not outright cruel either. It's not like he enjoys pushing people to their death. He just knows that, you know, if it's not you, it's me, so I'd rather have you die instead. Everyone's ideology is very different. Male lead is your hero type character who believes that, you know, you shouldn't leave no man behind. So it's super fun to see all of these ideologies pitched against each other. I thought that the games were quite unique. I didn't love the beach setup at the end as much, but in the final app, we kind of got more information about who created this world and maybe even meet the creator. So I've seen some non-spoiler reviews for season 2, and mostly everybody has been satisfied and happy with it. I think it goes more into character backstory, which is well needed, especially with the added new cast members that we get introduced to. This is one that I give a 9 out of 10. And I can't wait to start binging the next season. And that wraps it up for this one. If you're wondering what else I've been watching or need to catch up for January's review video, I'll have Money Heist Season 2. I finished the first 3 episodes last night. I have 3 more to go. I'll be reviewing probably Alice in Borderland 2, Song of the Moon, Alchemy of Souls Season 2, Homesick, which I adore and you definitely should watch. And I recently started Unchained Love, around 4 episodes in now. I'll make a first impressions video for some of these. The currently airing Island, I've just watched 2 episodes. It's really good too. Yeah, so much is happening. I feel like they're dropping all the good dramas right at the end of the year / the beginning of the year. And yeah, which one of these dramas have you watched? What are your thoughts, ratings? Let me know in the comments below, and this video should come out around New Year's, so happy New Year's. Thank you so much for everybody who has been supporting me. It doesn't matter if you're a new follower or an older one. I'm just so happy to have a space where we can all discuss our favorite dramas together, recommendations, and just unfiltered thoughts. And thank you for all of my supporters who buy me a coffee. The links is in this description box below to my Ko-fi page. Please leave a message when you do. The Cdrama videos are coming. It's just I've been working on a lot of the top 10s, but I'll still be updating that soon, so stay tuned for more Cdrama news and updates, and I'll see you guys in the next video.